Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So after the previews from yesterday, which were incredible, I loved them all. I think we all loved each kind of preview. There's people who love the Knights, people who love the Iron Warrior, some people who love the Age of Sigmar, Barbarian stuff. It was an amazing day for showing stuff off. And there's even more to come next week, which is even more fun and games. This video, I basically want to dedicate it to two certain factions which have a history, and that is the Emperor's Children and the Iron Hands, because yesterday GW did preview the Iron Father, and I'm thinking, is it possible that the next box set could be Iron Hands and Emperor's Children themed? How cool would that be? So let's jump in and have a little discussion about it. Point of information, this is just purely a speculation video. Don't take this for like, oh my god, Emperor's Children, Iron Hands, it's happening, brothers. Quick, spread the word. It's just me theorizing and just going over some stuff that I personally would like as a fanboy. So we all know that these two legions / chapters, however you want to call them these days, warbands if you're probably Chaos now, do have a lot of history. And Ferrus Manus was the Primarch of the Iron Hands, and Fulgrim was the Primarch of the Emperor's Children. They were very, very close back during the Great Crusade. They used to make weapons for each other. I don't know why I said models. They used to make weapons for each other. Each other actually wielded a weapon designed by the other one, which was very, very cool. They were very, very close. Then all of a sudden, Fulgrim picked up a talking sword and he became very, very naughty and very, very bad. Long story short, Ferrus Manus got his head chopped off by Fulgrim at Isfahan. And that was that. That was basically the fall of both legions, really, because without someone to lead them, without a head at the head of the army, that is a pun intended, should I say? The Iron Hands basically started searching elsewhere. Flesh is weak. There's a lot of stuff to cover really with the Iron Hands, but I don't really want to go into it. It's very spoilerific. And of course, when Fulgrim did that to Ferrus, it was more or less that was the peak moment that the Emperor's Children truly began their fall down to Slaanesh. Now, I was thinking, since we still have the rumours floating around, again, these are just rumours with like Slaaneshi coming back in full force. We've just had the Demons of Slaanesh come out, which are fabulous. They're amazing. But we're still seeing links to like, Noise Marines, and potential return of Fulgrim, which is always glorious. It's always a good time when a Primarch comes back. Demonic Primarchs are a bit more fun because they're more demonic, I would suppose. So yeah, with all these rumours floating around, I was thinking, it'd be really, really awesome if the next box set they did would actually put these two foes, which have all this history, they have the biggest grudge against each other, they hate each other, to have these guys as the next big box set. We've already seen the Iron Father model now, which was put on the Warhammer community website the other day, and it's a cracking model. It really, really is. I know there's a lot of people that I've seen complaining about its leg stance. A lot of people that says it looks like Calgar's leg stance. I completely agree with that. It does. The first time I saw it, I actually thought it was a Kit Bash Calgar. I was like, wait, is this just Calgar? Because it's got the same leg stance. But overall, I do think it's a really, really nice model. I love its like little claws in its hands and stuff. The best is like the game grabbing claw, so he can like win prizes at the fair if he ever wants to retire as a space marine or something like that. So overall, I think it's a really, really cool model. But I was thinking maybe it would be better if this was like included in like, a new box set, just like Shadowspear. We had the Shadowspear box set, which was Ultramarines, of course, again, versus the Demon Host or whatever you want to call them. But I think it'd be really, really awesome if they stepped it up and they did the Emperor's Children versus Iron Hands in a box set. I think it'd be so cool, because potentially what you could do then in that box set is, if you guys remember back to when the Imperial Fists got their kind of Battle Force box set at Christmas, we had stuff like decals in there, we had shoulder pads in there, we had like little symbols you can attach to your belts and stuff, we had custom helmets. Did I mention shoulder pads? I'm sure I mentioned shoulder pads. But that kind of upgrade that gave your Marines more character, more of a feeling that, okay, these guys are proper Imperial Fists. Maybe they can go down that route and say, okay, we want to make these guys cool looking iron hands, so you can go down, like, do all the, like, the funky iron hand shoulder pads, funky helmets, maybe backpacks, maybe even modifications for guns and stuff like that. You know, the robotic arms and legs that they all like to cut off because they like to, you know, the flesh is weak and stuff like that. But you can really give your character, your model's character, should I say, on the tabletop. So I think it'd be a really, really cool option to, you know, include all that in the box set and make an actual Iron Hands chapter. Adding to that as well, it's really, really nice to see some of the lesser recognized chapters, founding chapters, should I say, get a lot of love, because it's normally just the Ultramarines. Well, it's more or less they just paint everything as Ultramarines and just have them as the forefront, because the word I received is that they do that because they already have a massive inventory already of Ultramarines, so it just keeps adding to it. So when they do these massive group photos, it's just one chapter instead of multiple. But it's kind of crappy on the stuff like the Salamanders, the Iron Hands, the Raven Guard, the White Scars. These chapters that have so much character, and we don't get to see them, you know, represented model wise unless someone just paints them. But they don't really have that look and that character of a White Scar model unless you're really, really good with green stuff. So I'm hoping now that along with this Iron Hands guy, this is the start of the love for the lesser known chapters. I'm going to hold my hands up and saying the Imperial Fist, the Crimson Fist so far have had a lot of love of GW, so I'm not really going to put my stuff into there. Maybe Black Templars, of course, we've talked about this before. Black Templars definitely deserve it, but for so far the Imperial Fist have got the love. We've got detachments and stuff like that, so I'm not really too phased about Imperial Fist getting more love at the moment. Now if we flip that around, again, Iron Hands versus Emperor's Children. If we talk about the Emperor's Children part of the box set, that is a really another interesting subject as well, because you have potential to do the same thing with the Emperor's Children, as you've just seen with all the Black Legion updates. Those Marines are fantastic. The designs are fantastic. The weapons are fantastic. The models in general are fantastic. They look awesome. GW have done a cracking job with the models, but again, you don't really have that kind of character customization if you want to do like a Khorne force. I know you have like little bits and stuff like that. I'm not saying you don't get any Khorne stuff in there. You get the axes and stuff, but you don't really have enough to build like a proper war band or something dedicated to a certain god. So maybe in this box set, you could again go down the road of adding, you know, a war band upgrade set where you had, I don't know, like skin pieces to the shoulders, maybe like tentacle arms, maybe like a million eyes on the face or something. Like, you know, just think of Slaanesh and think of all the weird twisted things you could do with Slaanesh and actually then put it in the box set. Also, you could add units in there which everybody wants. So Noise Marines, I think everyone wants new Noise Marine models. Me, as a loyalist, want new Noise Marine models for you guys so you can enjoy that side of your hobby. Even though it's highly heretical, I do want you guys to enjoy it as well. And also, you can add like maybe some characters in there. Maybe they can add some known characters in there, like Lucifer, for example. At the moment, his character is kind of old, should I say, when it comes to model design. So maybe, not Lucifer, sorry, Lucius. Why do they call him Lucifer? Why am I thinking of the devil? Lucius, I meant Lucius. So maybe they could add Lucius into the box set, and there we go. There's a new HQ character for you guys as well, and it replaces the old one, because he definitely needs an upgrade. Maybe, I don't know, Eidolon, if you really want to go down that route. I think Eidolon's a bit too top tier. Maybe he deserves his own release, I would probably say. But I can definitely see Lucius the Eternal being added into the box set as a HQ character choice. But the options are so much open. The GW can do so much things if they start really investing into these certain areas where the hobby really needs it. And of course, if we take the lore in for it, I think it would really make a really good story as well, because you have the Emperor's Children, you have the Iron Hands, and all the history, all the beef that we've already talked about. Maybe they can include a removable Ferrus Manus head or something like that in the box set as an objective that you have to go in and fight over. Maybe that's like the narrative part of the story or something cool like that. But there's so many options they can do. I personally would love it. Even as an Imperial Fist fan, I would love you guys to get something like that, because I think it would be so cool. I think it would be really, really nice for the hobby. Alright, Chaperonios, that is me done for another video for today. Warhammer Fest is next weekend. Throughout next week, I'll be doing some videos on what I think is going to be popping up there, you know, just the hype stuff we do. Of course, the night before, like, as we always do that hype stream just to get us all built up. I know sometimes it comes crashing down because the hype dies, but we'll do it again. We'll do it as all, because these are the big times of the year for us as hobbyists. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, please post them below. If you've got any theories, or you know, maybe another box set that you'd like to see instead of the Emperor's Children versus Iron Hands, post it below. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to see all your guys' ideas and all that awesome stuff like that. So thank you for watching. See you in a bit. Have a good one and enjoy the rest of your bank holiday weekend if you're in the UK, that is. See you now, and bye bye.